Hey guys, welcome back to your Andale Pues podcast. I'm your host, Rose.
And I'm your co-host, Jezebel.
And this is episode number 14.
So today we're going to be reading some more Reddits. Y'all seem to really love that episode where we were reading just Reddit confessionals and Reddit posts. And we had a lot of fun doing it too.
It was so much fun. So I'm excited.
So we got round 2 now of Reddit posts.
I surprised my girlfriend with visiting her yesterday. And I walked in on her watching TV in bed with her guy friend. What would you do?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, fuck no.
No.
I would be like, deuces, like, we're done.
Okay, so when I was younger, I was such an avid supporter of, guys and girls can be friends. Now as an adult in my mid-30s, absolutely not.
See, okay, no. So my husband has a girl best friend, but I think she's more my best friend now than she is his. But I never had...
if you walked in on them and they were just laying in bed?
Oh, if they were laying in bed, of course, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'd fighting somebody.
I wouldn't be fighting her, though. I'd be fighting him. Like,
see, I want to believe that I would fight him. I really wish I could believe that. I just don't know that I would.
I would. And then le seguía con ella.
It's always going to be the woman for me. Especially knowing.
I feel like, your man
should know better.
It should know better, yeah. Uh-huh.
I know, yeah. But por eso te digo, I want to believe that I would go after her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but because
I mean, after him, but I feel like I would go after him.
Yeah, because I've been in situations, where my significant other has messaged another woman and thank God nothing happened. Well, not thank God, because I mean, if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen regardless. But I'm glad it didn't, because I kept on with the relationship and it was great, whatever, and then it expired.
Uh-huh.
But
tuvo que pasar y pasó.
But it wasn't physical or anything. Had it been physical, or had they met up or had lunch or had kissed or something, then I would have been done.
I just feel like that's where it always ends up anyway.
Yeah. So I prevented that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, but I don't trust. You know what I mean?
No, dude.
And I still and I trust my husband. It'll always be in the back of my head from previous trauma. You know what I mean? But having a girlfriend and a girlfriend and watching TV in bed with her, that's a fuck no for me.
Fuck no. Yeah. No friendship is that good. And you should know better.
Yeah.
No están chiquitos para decir, no sabíamos, or, it's so...
Yeah, no.
You need to be on... Even in a bed. What are you even doing in a bedroom together?
No.
Absolutely not.
If it was my man, I would have beat him up. I would have fucked him up all the way and then broke up with him.
Yeah.
And then probably lit his clothes on fire.
Oh, God. Does anyone else become hyper fixated on crushes? I'm a 24-year-old male. Ever since I was a kid, if I ever liked a girl, I would hyper fixate on that girl. Basically obsess over her in my head. It would feel like I'm getting over a heartbreak in my head when we barely even knew each other. Of course, I would never give unwanted attention, but it was always a battle in my head to get over this girl. I had a traumatic childhood as my father passed away from alcohol abuse at age 15, and he began drinking heavily after we lost our house in the 2008 housing crisis. My older brothers bullied me, and it just was not a good time. I met a girl named V at 18, and she told me she just wanted to be friends, but I made it my mission to get her to like me romantically. Due to my hyperfixation on gaining her love and attraction, I changed my life. I became lean, muscular, got a career that earned me good money, and I tried going to a rave with her, but I didn't like it. Way too much overstimulation. Anyway, she rejected me after 4 years when we were 22. We slowly stopped talking as I never wanted her to feel uncomfortable, but to this day, I still wonder why I wanted to be with her so badly. I miss her a lot, but I know I made her uncomfortable after confessing my feelings. It will still get to me every now and again.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
I never have.
No?
No. Like, I've had crushes, of course.
No,
But
I wouldn't say a hyperfixation or like an obsession, but I think there was a time in my life where I just wanted to be wanted so bad, or wanted to be loved so bad that it was just like I would just latch onto somebody and just not let go. Not my proudest.
no, I don't.
Not my proudest moments.
I'm a very impulsive person, so if you don't like me, then fuck you.
And see, and I think that's why I'm like that now.
Yeah.
Like, ahora sí, like,
Yeah.
si no te caigo bien o no me quieres or whatever, like, okay, fine.
Yeah. No,
More power to you, but
I might like feel some type of way when you're not around or a solas, pero like to show my emotions, no. I'd be like, oh, you don't, it's not reciprocated, then okay, deuces. Bye.
no, dude. And I think I just, for me, it's about, I think it's all of it too. Like whenever, or like back in high school or junior high, there wasn't social media, but it was always like,
You, tell me you had a MySpace.
oh my God, absolutely
fucking
had a
love
MySpace. But it was just more of like I want that person to want me. I need that person to want me. And whenever it just would not happen, like it truly does feel like a heartbreak. And not only that, but I was having feelings of wanting to be wanted, and then for the person to not want you or to continuously like, I mean, I don't know if you had it, but like in high school or junior high, whenever, I don't necessarily remember, but somebody who was just like had you there but like wouldn't go all in with you. That's the shit that,
you know what I would do?
Fucked me up for a while.
When they would put me in that situation, I would make them jealous with somebody else.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you want, you don't know if you want me, but you flirt with me, you act like you want me, and then you're hot and cold. Like, okay, motherfucker, I'm gonna show you.
I wish you were my friend in high school to talk me out of it.
Yeah,
I had a friend who I had a friend who tried, I think, but
yeah,
never like that.
Yeah, no, I was that bitch.
It was always just like, well, no, let's do something to make you feel better, or whatever. But now I wish I would have had somebody who'd been like, "Mándalo a la verga."
I did date this guy named Jose when I was in her junior high, and we'd always sneak off to kiss and shit.
Oh my gosh!
But he had a girlfriend, and she went to a whole nother school, so it was like, me valía madre. I was young.
And now, dude, I'm so glad that nunca me peló, like, for real, because I just can't.
No, and this Jose was very simpático, real cute, and but and tell me why he's still with his girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, I would just, I mean, we were like kind of like lusting over each other, and we'd sneak off and meet up and kiss and shit in the hallways.
I feel like I know your answer to this, but what about flipping it around? Have you ever had somebody who's like hyper fixated on you?
Oh God, yes. Oh my gosh. So
Hola? Hola? She's like, let me break out my notepad with all the names.
So no, whenever I was in, and this is a fucked up situation now. So this is really fucked up, and the guy that was so obsessed with me in high school, his name was Juan. What was his name? He was short and chubby and güerito and not my type at all. He was not my type at all. And I had him for art class. And
shit always goes down in art class.
For real, dude. And he would always draw me some shit, and I'd be like pretending to like it because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. He was really nice then. Tell me why he got married. Well, yeah, as an adult, he got married and had his family and kids, and he sexually abused his daughter.
No, for years. I thought you were gonna say he like comes around and
he sexually abused his daughter and ran off to Mexico or some shit, and he's in hiding. And
that was the guy that was like obsessed with you.
Yeah, and to go back and think about it, like I was like, ew, like he was weird to me, but I thought he was just like, I don't know, but he was just not my type. And like I said, he would always like.
But you never picked up like pedophile from him.
He was weird, but I never thought he was into little girls or little kids, you know? Let alone his own daughter. That's disgusting.
I cannot imagine.
So,
Dude, I look at my kids, like the baby right now, she's 2, and I think to myself, who could possibly hurt a little angel like this?
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Like,
It's awful. Awful.
not just sexually, but also physically, emotionally.
Yeah,
like
that's
like
insane. Like, to me, it's like, how can a grown man think?
no.
Mm-mm.
How can they fucking even like get aroused like with a
That's,
child?
to me, that is just like so
beyond.
beyond disgusting to me. Like, that is an angel. That's a little baby. Like, you know what I mean? The daughter of this guy, I don't know the age or whatever, but that I heard that happened. I mean, I know for a fact that happened, and I know he's ran off to Mexico somewhere. God knows where he's at. Hopefully one day they find his ass and there's justice served for his daughter, because that's fucked up.
That's
you know,
so fucked up.
but yeah, dude, I look back and I was like, man, he was like always like bringing me chocolates, bringing me for Valentine's. You know how they would sell the carnations at school? I don't know if at your school they would, like, you paid somebody and they would pass around like carnations with like a little note. I always knew they were fucking from him, but
God, like that?
yeah. But anyways, moving on, because that story is for another fucking episode. But, and I really don't want to talk about it because it's just stuff like that just makes me cringe. Like, I'm so scared for I have nieces and nephews, you know, like, and my baby, you know, like, I'm so terrified. I don't know, I would fucking kill. I would KILL.
LL.
Moving on. I am a thief. I only steal from stores, but I constantly do it. It says she's a 26-year-old female. I have a good job, and I could honestly afford things that I steal. However, it is something about stealing things that not having to pay for, I get a rush from. My friends, the ones that do know, are super judgmental about it. I try to stop. I just cannot. I wouldn't say I'm a bad person, and I would never steal from somebody. Opinions?
Go get help. It's called kleptomania.
Kleptomania. Like, you're a fucking klepto. Get some help, because that is not okay. Dude, and then, like, my thing is, like, stores are really cracking down on people.
No, you know what they do? Is they let you steal over time. And they build a case and a profile on you. There you go. Until you've reached a maximum, or not a maximum, but a large limit to where it's an actual felony.
Y ahí te chingan.
Yeah, y te chingan.
Yeah.
So
that
people
is
always
insane.
say, "Oh, I got away with it," or like people who fucking scanned a fucking avocado for a TV at Walmart.
For a TV? What the
fuck?
Well,
no, I'm just sarcastic.
But one time.
Yes, dude, they're building a case against them. Like, it's wild.
Hey, one time, the limones were too expensive everywhere, and I paid for...
Limones?
Hey, hold on. They were really expensive, bitch.
Like how? $5 each?
No, they were like, I think they got up to 50 cents at one point.
They were really high.
And I'm not going to pay 50 cents for no fucking limon, especially if they're dry as fuck. Because they were not in season, and I scanned them for tomatillos.
Oh
fucking arrest me.
Mr. Officer. No, dude, I just... You know what it is for me? Is I've done so much bad in my life that I am so scared of karma.
Yeah.
And so for me, and I used to listen to a mentor a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. And one of the things that she always preached is like, do the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So every time that I don't feel like fucking putting the cart back, every time that I don't feel like, or like that I missed scanning something in the cart, and it's just like, okay, do I go back and scan it? Or do I just pretend it didn't happen? In my mind, I am so scared of the karma that could come little or big,
Yeah.
that it's just whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, dude,
Okay, now
it's easy to be
now
fucked
the
up.
cashier forgets to scan it. That's not my fucking problem.
That's different.
Period.
Yeah,
Like,
that's different. Si no
know.
notan, but no.
um
Honest Dave over here for me.
the other day I was at the rancho and the cart thing was so fucking far and it was like 102 degrees outside. And I really, really contemplated leaving my cart right there, but I did not. I
so glad
went
you
and took it
didn't.
all the way to where the actual carritos go by the front doors, and I felt proud of myself.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah. But then at HEB the other day, like, why do people do this shit? I was about to drive away.
I remember the snap you sent me?
Yeah. I was about to drive away. Tell me why this woman gets out of her car with her trash and dumps it in a cart at HEB. Like, okay, bitch, you're gonna make somebody else clean up after you. Like, you couldn't get that trash and go find a fucking trash can. Like, when I have trash like that and I am nowhere near a trash can, I will go to like a gasoline station. By the pumps, they have trash cans there, and I'll just dump my shit there.
Mine just
But
stays in the car until I get home.
Or that. But I don't just grab my trash and put it in a carrito at HEB for somebody else to pick it up. That is the fucking rudest shit ever. Like, I was so pissed.
Especially trash. Take
Yes.
care of your stores. Take care of your city. Take care of your streets. Take
Yeah.
care of like your environment.
Por eso no podemos tener nada bueno, porque la gente es bien pendeja, dude.
Literally, dude. Literal. Like the
Son una basura. ellos
the new
mismos.
Skechers store. Obviously, Emmanuel works and he works that way, so he never sees like unless we're out on the
Right.
weekend. He was like, "Dang, when did we get a Skechers store?" I was like, "Well, they've been building it, but I think they're fixing to open or they had just opened. I don't know." Literally, the words right out of his mouth were like, "I wonder how long it'll take Odessa to tear it up." And it's so
'cause it's
ugly
so
that we have that
true.
mindset. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have that mindset, but it's so freaking true. ¿Qué ha pasado with any freaking nice store,
Yeah.
any freaking nice thing that we get? People tear it up.
Yeah.
Y'all ever tried to go to like the children's place in the mall?
Oh, God.
That's a disaster. You just had a crazy experience at Target. I try to go to Walmart and buy clothes for the kids because, yes, I buy my kids' clothes at
Yeah,
Walmart.
me too.
Because,
You know what? They low-key are coming up. Like, their
dude,
clothes is
it's
cute
so
as fuck.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. But you go y está todo escogido. Everything's picked through. Bitch, the Sephora store that I tried to go to this weekend, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, it is embarrassing. And now thinking back on it.
Dude. Deja tú. People opening the packages and stealing, like, I hope you get caught.
I
Because,
hope that
like-
karma gets... Dude, for real. I tried to go with Elena. Remember how we were talking about taking her on a little vlog for her birthday because she wanted to go to Sephora. There was a couple things that I needed and that I was going to get for her. Wanted to make it all cutesy. Dude, it was embarrassing. Like, the shelves are bare. All the perfumes and the perfume bottles are empty. The ladies were just kind of just sitting behind the counter. Like, embarrassing, dude. Da pena.
Yeah, I went to Target one day and I was like, what the fuck? Like, are y'all shutting down? Or, like, do y'all not have workers? Because, I mean, this place could use some workers working and cleaning up. And
so
getting
bad.
rid of trash because and then people are so fucking
Yes,
rude.
leaving their fucking trash.
Their trash on freaking like the shelves or like if they buy Starbucks coffee, they leave their half drink coffee somewhere or like empty Starbucks. Like, no les da vergüenza?
I got judged at Walmart the other day for having trash in my cart because me and Elena went to the grocery store on Sunday. Well, a bitch got hungry. So I grabbed one of their chicken sandwiches from the deli in the back. So I was like eating it as I'm walking around.
I mean, you're fucking pregnant. Like, you can get away with that.
And when I went to go pay, I had actually gotten two. One I was going to take home to Manuel, and then the other one, me lo chingué. So I just had the empty packet, right? So it's the last thing in the cart because I kind of had it out of the way to not again throw the trash por ahí. And I was like, oh,
and
then
to pay for it.
Yeah, and I was like, can you scan this one, which was the one with manuals? Can you scan this twice because because when we ate one of them while we were in store, the look she gave me. Bro, I don't know if she was judging me for eating in the store. I don't know if she was judging me because she's never seen that before. I don't know if she was judging me because she was like, pinche vieja, no te pudiste esperar.
Like, no me pude esperar, que no me ves. Chica panzota, estoy comiendo por dos.
But listen, and then I was like, do you mind throwing it away? Because, you know, they have the little trash cans there. And she did. But the look that she gave me, I was just like, okay, mom.
No, if she would have given me...
At least I paid for it and didn't leave the trash everywhere.
If I would have gotten that look, I would have been like, what?
¿Qué? I didn't.
What? I would have said, what? At least I'm paying for it. I'm not leaving my trash somewhere and eating it.
I'll take a picture to last longer. I should have gotten sassy with her, but no. I was in a good mood y todo.
No, I would have. I would have been like, at least I pay for it.
And Elena was like, Mommy, did she get mad?
No, I would have been like, at least I pay for it, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't.
Yes,
you
dude,
will
and
find
then they just leave their fucking trash everywhere.
Sushi fucking trash. Those little cups of chicken.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fucking yogurts. I've seen yogurts. I mean, opened ham.
That I
grapes,
haven't seen.
Half-eaten bags of grapes at a random fucking shelf of clothes. Like, it's insane. People are just fucking...
Les vale madre.
Cochinos, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is an embarrassing story, but I'm curious to see if this has ever happened to you. I'm in college in the fall 22 semester, and I had this super fine graduate teacher's assistant who taught the lab I was in. Once he realized how old I was, he started getting real flirty and friendly. He had all the subtlety of a brick to the face and would openly flirt with me in class, meaning like, nomás le faltaba brincar arriba de mí.
Mm-hmm.
So the final rolls around, and I knew I was going to confess my crush. He heavily suggested that I start at a question that was near him so he could be next to me when I started the final. Anyway, after the exam was over, I waited until every student left the room, and I hung out for a while until I got him alone. I finally told him, hey, I have a crush on you. And he stared at me and was like, yeah, and... As if he wanted me to say more. I blue screened so hard because I expected him to reject me outright that I didn't even know what to say. So I just went, that's it, bye. And walked away at the speed of sound. He said thank you, and it's been awkward every time I see him since. Like, have you ever confessed your love to somebody?
Have I?
And then they're just like, okay.
Not that I remember.
Be like, and this is my problem. Because...
No, I would have been like, me gustas, capeas o no capeas.
Dude.
Oye, capeas o te pegan.
Te falta el chiflido. Hey.
¿Te pegan o qué?
Dude, I haven't heard that in so long.
Dude. Remember that one time when I got that message in my DM on Instagram?
No, but you've sent me so much shit over the years.
They're like, ¿te pegan o qué?
Dude.
And I was
can't. Like, does that work on people? Like, does women who are single, like,
that's just a Mexican thing. I think it's just Mexican babosos that
that's
say
like kind of like kidding, not kidding, nomás to like feel the waters.
To test the waters, to see if it's a icebreaker.
Te
to
pegan
like
or qué?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Pero yo sí le hubiera dicho, hey, so I got a crush on you. ¿Qué quieres hacer o qué? You know?
Yeah.
Y así me decía no or whatever, I'd be like, okay, bye.
I've never actually had me say that to somebody. I've had somebody say that to me. And it's one of those, when you think back on it, one of those life moments. You're either going to go this way or you're going to go that way. And had you gone this way, your life would look totally different versus the way that you went. So we had been heavily drinking. I mean, I'm freaking young in high school, and we had been heavily drinking, and this person that I had, like, it was never actually anything, not the one that I was talking about earlier. It was kind of like one of those things where it was just like, I feel like everybody kind of knew that there was something there between us, but even we were too stupid to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And I realize that now, not then. But one day he decides that while I'm shit-faced, he's going to tell me, like, leave everything that you have going on and come be with me. And to this day, I'm telling you, it was one of those defining moments.
Dun, dun, dun.
Me hice pendeja. I know.
And do you regret it?
I don't regret it. I just wish that I would have been woman enough to be like, I can't leave everything that I have. And it wasn't anything recent. It was just, I'm telling you, I was so young. Pero me hice pendeja. And I just decided.
Yeah.
Me hice pendeja. And I was just like, I'm so drunk. You can't be saying stuff like that to me right now. Like,
I've done that.
I'm so sleepy. Like, I'm so ready for bed. Like, I just can't think right now. And in my mind, I was like,
what the fuck?
and in my mind, I was like, this is like
is
what
this
I
really
been
happening?
Well, I feel like kidding, not kidding. I feel like deep down somewhere it is what I had wanted, or I realized it in that moment.
Wrong.
But we were too
timing?
far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were too far gone. I had already met my husband.
Right
now.
guy, wrong timing, maybe.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had already met my husband now, and ese pinche no me quiso poner caso for a long time. He wouldn't make me. Manuel and I dated for like probably 8 or 9 months before he asked me to be his girlfriend. And no, don't even get me started. That's a whole other story for another time. But, you know, when this guy kind of like said that to me, I was just like, I don't know. Because we weren't in a relationship. He had been very clear to me that he didn't want nothing to do with me. So this guy telling me this at this time, like, I just was like, in my mind, I was just like, okay, but I really want this other person. But like, this person is telling me that they want me. And it's like, that's all I had wanted, you know, somebody to like
want you,
to show that they wanted me. And I'm telling you, like, it's so funny because you think about that. So now I don't.
Si te ahuevaste con Manio y mira dónde estás.
Fucking 17 years later. Well, I posted that TikTok today, and I was thinking about how long we've been together. 17 years. That is like half my life. I'm 35.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, had I, and I wonder too, you know, like how would it have been, right? But
I mean, you can't help but wonder. I wonder sometimes with other situations and stuff, but
I don't now. But that made me think about it because I was like, I've never confessed my love to any because I'm so fucking prideful, dude. Yo soy bien orgullosa. I just don't feel like I would ever say that to somebody. Like, I want you, or thinking, well, with Manuel, of course, now.
No, because I had another Juan in my life back in high school también. He was the most beautiful guy I ever met. I was so in lust with him. And then we went out for so long. It was just so much fun. We had so much fun together. I remember he worked at, I got mad at him one time. And I remember he worked at Albertsons. That's when it was still Albertsons on 8th Street. And he knew I loved cake. So he fucking went and took me a cake to my house. And he went and he was like, ¿Está rosa? And then I told my mom, dígale que no está. Yeah, I was a bitch. But then, like, we kind of talked again and stuff. And then he enlisted into the Air Force and went overseas.
Colorín colorado.
But then years después, he was stationed in San Antonio, and
hell.
I went to a Romeo Santos concert with him. The best time of my life. And we still remain good friends. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing person. He's married, just had his first child, and he's adorable. And he's just a friend.
Yeah.
And he, you know, lo que pasó, se expiró, but I still have esa amistad because he was just a good person, you know. Nunca pasó de, it was never toxic, never ugly, never nothing. It was just more like a high school sweetheart type of thing.
Yeah.
But we remained friends after that because we never had any. I'm
not friends with nobody.
No.
partied with some of them, but que yo diga like, oh, they're on my Facebook and you know that they check in from time. No.
Well, I mean, I don't talk to him or anything like that, but like if he posts a picture of his little boy or him and his wife, like I'll like it because I mean I'm happy for him, you know, because he is a great guy and he deserves, you know, to be happy.
Yeah. Well, good.
But
I hope he is happy. That was a really sweet way to talk about somebody.
Yeah, he was.
To me, I'm like, que se vayan a la verga los que quieran la verga y que vivan los que no estoy viviendo.
I mean, hay unos que sí. Hay unos que sí.
Yeah.
Sí les deseo que se van a la verga,
you
know, but...
And the guy I'm talking about, from my understanding, he is very happily married. He's got a bunch of kids now, with a really good woman. So the same like that, like les deseo nothing but like good things and like happiness and all that. But it it's just funny how our life choices and the things that we do without even giving it a second thought at the time.
Right.
And now I'm thinking like, dude, had I not played pendeja and been like, oh, okay, déjame te hago caso a ti because el otro no me está haciendo caso. Never hooked up or anything, but like, no me están haciendo caso. Like, what would life have looked like?
I know.
Now,
right? I know because I mean, I dated people for short periods, for long periods, and it was just not it. You know what I mean? And me and my husband dated for 2 months, got married, and had a kid, and you know.
Colorín colorado.
Y aún estamos juntos y felizmente casados. So, you know, I feel like time doesn't matter. It's character, like the saying says, and all that. So, I used to pick my friends mostly based on looks. Too ugly? Next. Too pretty? Next. Somewhere in the middle? Yeah, that's good. It says, okay, so a little bit of background, just for context, is I was raised by a narcissist, and specifically a narc mother who was always commenting on other girls' bodies and looks in super critical ways. I knew deep down that everyone was equal and looks shouldn't matter. But I think subconsciously I did this because I heard my parents speak on looks so much I just went with it without question. Unfortunately, it wasn't until my 30s that I really set aside all my care of others' looks, mostly because I did the work to heal the insecure parts of me, then even cared. I fell into the mean girls group at one point, and only years later did I expect that I was one for a while. Being raised by toxic people can corrupt even the best intentioned people. I mean,
have you ever heard of pretty privilege? So pretty privilege, basically just saying that you have to, when you're an attractive person, you get treated better by people. And I feel like that goes along with that. Because you're picking them based on what you think people should look like. And that person, it seems like they just kind of fell into a mean girl.
By how they were.
We even had that conversation before starting this podcast. Like, we don't want to be repunosas, like come off repunosas like that. So,
I mean, we're gonna be repunosas to people because people no somos moneditas de oro que le vamos a caer bien a todos. But
purposefully mean?
No.
Yeah. So
but I know what you mean, because when I look like shit, like I feel like I get treated different. But when I look like really put together, I feel like I get catered to sometimes, especially when I go buy coffee. Like I get my coffee bought for me a lot of the times when I'm put together.
Nobody has ever bought my coffee. I guess because I always order it through the app.
Pay it forward?
No.
Yeah, I have, and I have paid it forward.
And I don't participate in those either.
I do.
It stops with me.
No, man. You need no.
It's because I always just order through the app too. So Yanni,
only pay it forward if it's just one person in the car.
No, I don't, because
in the car behind me.
Because to me, and maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm the asshole. Tell me if I'm the asshole. But like,
I mean, that already makes you kind of asshole.
If somebody buys me something, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, well, you bought this for me, so I'm gonna go buy something for somebody else. No, I'm going to accept the gift.
That's very asshole-y, to be honest.
I'm going to accept the gift that you're gifting me.
Uh-uh.
No? I'm
No.
wrong?
Yeah. It's if you accept it, you have to pay it forward.
It's actually only happened to me once.
That's the trick to it all.
But it's just...
No, you have to pay it forward. So next time you have to pay, you start paying it forward.
Por eso siempre ordeno en la app. No necesito que nadie me compre.
A la verga.
No, dude, but okay. So, I mean, I guess if it ever happens to me again, I'll be like, okay, thank you. Because I really am accepting the gift and I'm accepting the compliment. Anyways, where I was going with that is that I feel like a lot of it sometimes has to do with us too. See, now you're pissed at me. You got all anxious.
I did it on purpose.
Waiting.
No, I did it on purpose. I'm all, I'm just kidding.
That's miedo. I feel like when I look like shit, I don't feel good. I don't feel like
yeah.
I'm like, you know,
I agree.
my vibe isn't there. So I don't expect people to be nice to me.
Right.
However, when I am dressed up and I have my hair done and I have my makeup done and I'm dressed or whatever, like I just kind of, my vibe changes and I feel like I'm kind of like floating through life just
so everybody better not make me unfloat. Yeah.
So I just kind of feel like everybody is nicer to me too just because of my vibe.
Yeah.
But anyway,
no, yeah. I totally
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one's actually very sad, but I kind of related to it. But here it goes. I'm so desperate for love, I would literally trust a psychopath. I am very lonely and I would love to have anyone love me or show me that they care about me. Like telling me I did a good job or saying that they're proud of me with passion in their eyes. I often feel so lonely, I would do literally anything for a bit of love. Even if it meant letting the other person take advantage of me or torturing me. I just want to be able to take off this mask I wear and let someone be my home. I want to lay in their lap if I'm tired and them telling me I always try my best and that is enough. I just want somebody to care. I know this is so pathetic, but I just don't care at this point.
I mean, it is true. I feel like being a mom and working a full-time job is so hard because I feel like sometimes we don't get the validation that we deserve.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because, I mean, yes, the man goes out and works outside in the heat and everything. Yes, you know, I'm proud of my husband or
but
whatever.
But who holds it down?
But it's like we go to work, we cook, we clean, we have to take care of the kids. I mean, I'm thankful that my husband's hands-on and everything. And if I tell my husband, hey, échame la mano con esto, así. But I wish I was told more often, like, hey, dinner was fucking good. Even though motherfucker eats everything I make, but un compliment, just the most minuscule compliments will turn your whole day around, or even the week, or, you know, any little compliment. But I'm being a hypocrite because I don't do it. So I'm going to start doing it more. Maybe if I start doing it more, he'll start doing it more. I mean, he does thank me. Like the other day, I made him those bagel breakfast sandwiches. And he sent me a message and he's like, thank you. He calls me mija. He's like, gracias, mija. Están bien ricos. Like, so I was like, oh, you know, that's cool, you know. Or I'll leave him a little note and he'll reply to my note through text message and stuff. But it's like, I don't want to have to do it first. Does that make sense? It's because como que no tienen eso los hombres, you know, some.
No me vengan con chingaderas. They do it whenever they're trying to court you.
Oh, yeah.
They do it whenever they're... Okay, now you got me all... Yes. Like, cuando andan tras de ti, ahí andan and they're nice and they're attentive and they're romantic and they're putting in effort. After time, it's just like, well, I come home every day. What else do you want? No,
my husband
absolutely
never says that. And if he ever
not.
did, I will fuck him up.
And I think a lot of it comes to, so number one, I think this original poster actually meant it like she doesn't have anybody at all. And she just wants somebody to do that.
To validate her.
Yes. And I think the flip side of that, where whenever you're sharing your experience and me sharing my experience, goes kind of back to being a married single mom at times, because it kind of feels like you are. The man is so focused on providing and working and taking care of like the house, in the sense of like, I'm the provider, and if I don't work, nobody eats. But at the same time, what about all of the other things that matter in a relationship? Like you're mentioning right now, like de vez en cuando, like shoot me a text like, lonche was so good, or like, you looked so pretty today, or you know, notice whenever you have a new outfit, or notice whenever you put effort into yourself. Y no, ni madres.
And when my husband notices me that I got a new outfit, me dice, válgame, ¿y cuándo te compraste eso? En vez de decir, ay, qué guapo te ves con ese nuevo outfit or nothing. And I'm like, really?
And I think that goes back to like love languages too, which we still haven't had a podcast where we're talking about that. But I think with like the differences in love languages is huge too, because I'm words of affirmation. I swear to God, all you have to do is tell me that you're proud of me and that I matter to you, and you have my heart for hago lo que tú quieras.
And no, mine is touch.
Manuel's words of affirmation is last. Like to him, like he's thinking it. He doesn't have to say it, and I should know that he's thinking it and not expect him to say it.
You have to be an adivina.
Yeah. ¿Cuántas veces te he dicho? Oh, I thought you read minds. I thought you read my mind.
All the time.
But that's just like kidding. But that's how like
he is. Te voy a hacer reply. No soy Manuel.
See, and to me, physical touch is my fourth, and gifts is my last.
I feel like gifts is my last, but physical touch is my first, and then words of affirmation is my second.
Mine is just and mine's not even like words of affirmation and then, you know, acts of service. No, mine is like words of affirmation and then acts of service. Like it's so high on the thing for me. That's why when I tell people like, tú no tienes que, you don't have to go way out of your way for me. You don't have to go do a whole bunch of shit for me. No, like you just have to make sure that I know that I matter, that you love me, that I'm important to you. Y ya.
I guess that's why when me and you have a conversation or whatever, we're having a bad day, we share our, you know, our stories and stuff. And then at the end, we always say, okay, friend, I love you. Have a good day. I hope your day gets better. Because I know that makes her feel good, and she knows that that's going to make me feel good. So I heart you for that.
Heart you back. To that original one, dude, like, you are not wrong. We all... I feel like loneliness really can cause you to kind of feel so depressed and so sad. Like, imagine, like, you don't really have that many friends. You're working all the time. You don't have a significant other. You come home every day to nothing. Like,
I mean, that was me.
Have you ever just needed a hug? Like, just a genuine
and for somebody to tell me it's gonna be okay.
Yes,
dude. When COVID hit, dude, oh my gosh.
And actually, one of my coworkers, shout out girl, because I know you're watching. I told her that we have a podcast. But anyway, so when we got there, there's this lady that we work with that is, dude, you would die in her presence. Like, she just is so nurturing and lovable and sweet, y te hace sentir que you're like the only person in the room, and she's just so happy and just adorable, right? And so when we got there, she gave me a hug, and then she gave my coworker a hug, and later my coworker was just like, I don't know that she knew how bad I needed a hug like that. And obviously I didn't make a big deal because I didn't want to like embarrass her or whatever, but I'm just like, dude, like, we're human. It's okay to need a hug like that, you know? And if your significant other isn't doing it for you, if you don't have your mom nearby to do it for you or whatever, like, just find it. Because,
like, for example, and this might be off the topic a little bit, but not too much. When I hear people complain like, oh, my mom's fucking calling me again. Or, oh, my mom has been calling me all fucking day. She's driving me crazy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I wish my mom can drive me crazy. I wish my mom was blowing up my phone. I wish that I could go hang out with my mom.
I try to remember that, too.
So I tell people, like, when I say that, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. But I'm like, I don't mean to say it in a ugly way or to put you down or whatever, but just be mindful that I don't have a mom, or there's people out there that don't have a mom, and you're sitting
That
here
would give
complaining.
anything for it.
And
yeah.
I would, so I always tell them, like, man, I wish my mom would drive me crazy. I wish my mom was here to
No, I
blow
hope
my
that
phone
they
up,
do feel bad.
So, yeah. Moving on. When I was 9, I stole my mother's diamond earrings, which were precious family heirloom, to give them to my sweetheart at the time. My mother comes from an old money family and inherited precious family jewelry. Although she almost never wears it, one day in primary school, I decided to give a birthday gift to my sweetheart at the lunchtime. Her name was Lucille. I went to my mother's bedroom, picked up a pair of beautiful gold and diamond earrings, and put them in a small camera film box. The next day at school, I gave them to Lucille. Since my mother almost never wears jewelry, it took her several months to notice, but when she did, she was very upset. Not only did the earrings have sentimental value, but apparently I had stolen the most expensive pair of them all. She searched everywhere for months and asked my brother and me many times if we had seen them. Eventually, my grandfather was informed, and he was furious too, because those earrings had been passed down for many generations. It's been over 20 years now, and I have never said anything. Sometimes the topic still comes up at family gatherings.
Stop. They still don't know it was him.
20 years later. Yeah.
Dude.
I bet you that little girl lost them or some shit. Or the mom fucking
I
copped
saw
them.
them and was like,
Hell yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Diamond earrings. And you know what? Like, people who have real money like that, like, I'm sure those earrings were like $40,000-$50,000.
Yeah. So, when was it Alan? I think it was Julian. He was like in maybe kindergarten or first grade. I had this silver necklace with cascading 3 hearts, because at the time I had Alan, him, and Jalen, and my ex-husband had given it to me. And I was like, "Where's my necklace?" And I was so bummed because I had lost it. It was like a Valentine's gift, and I mean, it wasn't super duper expensive, but I mean, it was cute. It was a Valentine's gift, you know.
Too.
And I remember he had gotten it at Zell's for like $100 and something bucks or whatever. And I was really bummed because I had lost it, you know. And later on, I recovered it because the mom of the little girl was like, my daughter came home and she said that your son gave her this necklace, and I figured it was it had to have cost some money, so I figured it was yours. So that was cool that she was honest. But
I would have.
Fucking, it was Julian, dude. He fucking took my necklace and fucking gave it away to his little girlfriend at school.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dios me libre, because I will freak the fuck. I think jewelry to me is so precious and sacred, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That if my boy grabbed it to go give it to some little
he
skank,
was in first grade. Like, he didn't know better, you know. He was in lust.
I know, but
he was
still.
like, you know, that chiquito mijo.
Según él.
I thought it was the most precious thing, and then we went to the store and got her a necklace. I think we had gone to Claire's or something, got her like a little kitty.
And I bet she freaking loved it so much.
Oh yeah.
Even
she
more.
She thought, these 3 hearts, like, why the fuck?
Like, okay.
It was funny. It was cute though. My poor baby.
I tell homeless people I have terminal cancer in order to avoid small talk. Long story short, I have zero social skills for conversation, which tends to make people very uncomfortable. And oftentimes when I see a homeless person asking for food or saying they're hungry, I approach them and offer them if they'd like a foot-long sandwich or something tasty, and they always say yes. There's no real reason that I do this other than the fact that I can. I don't feel sad for them or believe in karma or God or whatever. Someone is hungry, I can help. I don't need any other reason. That is fine and all. However, as we walk to the store or whatever, they always try to make small talk and ask me why I'm doing this. They ask if I'm religious or if I believe in a greater good or something. Or they try to explain why they are in this situation. And why they are in this situation. And things get awkward as hell, as I don't know what to say when someone tells me they lost their job and things didn't go their way in some way or the other, because my go-to response is, oh man, that sucks, has been met with discomfort. So I've come up with a solution of just sledgehammering them as soon as they ask, why are you doing this? With, I have terminal cancer. I don't have much left, so I guess I'd do something nice before I go.
Oh my God.
And they always get really quiet and mournful of my situation. So I get them food, and sometimes I ask how many family members they have, and buy the whole family food. And afterwards they cry and wish me luck and tell me I'm going to heaven and that they'll pray for me. I laugh nicely and say things like, haha, thank you for nice words.
I don't think I could ever joke around with the C word like that. I don't think I could
But
ever
remember,
play with that C word like that.
He doesn't believe in karma or God or anything, but like,
That's
you're that socially awkward that's literally your only escape is, oh, I have cancer, when you actually don't. You're tan pendejo así estás.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Bien
you
pendejo. Yeah.
take it
I would have
there?
been like, here, man, you know, like, I'll be praying for you.
What did we talk about when we were talking about the catfish stories? Like, normalize telling people
The truth.
no.
Yeah.
To normalize telling people I'm not into it. Normalize telling homeless people, like, hey, I'll go get you a sandwich, but I don't really feel like talking. But I wish the best for you, man.
Sometimes I want to tell the homeless people, I bet you got more money than I do.
No.
Right. Dice que estoy más jodida tú que yo. I mean, yo que tú.
No, es que la crisis.
No, la crisis está cabrona. La economía está cabrona. El mandado está cabrón.
Dude, I know.
Esto. I was gonna say something ugly, but my babies are not ugly. I was gonna be like, estos animales cuestan mucho. No, to feed my family está muy caro, solo que I'm sorry. Que Dios te ayude.
You'd be like, I was gonna roll down my window and ask you for money.
Hey, when my husband sees por dioseros like that in the corners, he's like, mira, pinches papeles de oquis.
No, he doesn't.
I swear to God,
No,
he
he
says that.
doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He's like, mira, pinches papeles de oquis. Yeah, he'll say that. Because it's true. He's like, al menos que tengan un brazo mocho or like una pierna mochada, like, papeles de oquis. Go get a fucking job. Clean the fuck up and go get a job. There's people hiring everywhere. There's no reason why people should be homeless right now, especially here.
Yeah.
So my husband does
That's
say
hilarious.
that. And it's fucking
no,
funny.
I love that.
Because he's like, you know, he has papeles now, but I mean, there's people that we know that don't, that we're like, you know, like,
No, dude,
préstamela.
that's fucking hilarious.
Or he'll be like, préstale los papeles a fulano.
Dude, I just can't. I work too hard to just give it away. And I used to not think like that. I used to be nicer and be like, oh, I'm going to give it to everybody. But I still give a lot. I just am mindful of where I give.
Me too, because I've seen those
I
people with all the families. Like, how are you going to have your little babies outside in the fucking blistering hot, cold, or hot weather or cold weather out there like that, knowing good and goddamn well you have money? You are just out here asking for free handouts, and it's fucked up, man.
No, dude, and they travel like in little caravans. Like,
Yeah.
We talked about not that long ago the people that were outside of Target and Ross. And then there was somebody outside of Panda Express with the same type of sign, a speaker just like the other one had, and a family. Like, the same time. Like, you can't tell me that that's not related. Like,
And
no.
it's like, to me, it just pisses me
the
off that
same.
you're going to have your kids out there like that. Like,
Pobrecitos.
what did they do to deserve that? Like, that's fucked up. Like, you want your kids to grow up and say, yeah, when we're little, my parents used to make us.
Well, I wonder what that's like for people.
It's crazy.
That'd actually be a really interesting documentary of growing up a kid of panhandlers. I'm gonna write MTV or Netflix or something and be like, hey, look for this.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be very
That would
interesting.
be-
Like, what was it like for you growing up, like begging for money, and how did you get out of? Oh,
Yeah.
a lo mejor hasta me hago directora
Ándale,
y yo
ándale.
fucking find out.
Exactly.
But for real, like, I don't know. You're right. The
crazy.
heat and just you're sitting out there. Like today, dude, it was so hot. I was putting gas. Sentía que el calor estaba subiendo de abajo, and then the heat from the car, like,
dude,
it was so hot.
They just redid our street, so with the heat, driving on my street, the fucking tar and the rocks stick to the wheels, and you can hear it clinking underneath your car, and it's like,
yeah,
it's that fucking hot. But have you heard that India or somewhere over there, like, it's like 140 degrees, and like the tires are melting? Like, I just seen a something on the news or something saying that it's that hot and it's only like in that area, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how are people surviving? Y que no tienen agua, like they're struggling for water.
Dude, the other day I saw that it was 120 degrees in Ojinaga. And I was like, bitch.
Fuck no.
Not OJ, dude.
No,
that shit.
dude.
Ahí el calor, dude, te sube de abajo,
Ojalá.
te viene de los lados, te baja de arriba. Like, the OJ heat, y'all, is just not okay.
Ojalá
Like,
y todos allá tengan mini split porque
dude,
está
eso,
cabrón.
well, I remember when I was little, they always have just the regular fan in my grandma's house que nomás circula el aire caliente.
I was gonna say something, but I'll stay quiet. I'll tell you after, because then it's frowned upon a la verga. Can never do nothing.
Dude, God, like those summers. But as a little kid, ahorita que me aguante está cabrón.
No, pero as a little kid,
as a little kid, like, we did, you know?
Yeah, andan chorreados y todo eso. I'm dreaming of meeting a man who can do me right. I wish I could lay back and take a hard pounding. No effort on my part, no having to ride him. He explodes deep inside me, and we kiss passionately. I always have to do all the work, and I'm so sick of it. Bueno, pues.
Okay, the first part of it, same. It's called a pillow princess. Like, I don't want to have to fucking do nothing. A bitch is tired.
You know what? I have to admit, I like to put in work. I like to be dominant. I do. I like for my man to be like, damn, you know, like, y que se acuerden al otro día y que se les enchine la piel.
I mean, once in a while, but it's just so hard. Well, I think it goes back to the what we were talking about earlier about putting in effort and like that things kind of fizzle out and they stop putting in effort. I agree with you, but it's just not possible. I can't.
No,
like,
I can't. I like to be dominant. I really do. I do.
I mean, I understand. Yeah. And I agree with you. I just think that this season of life, maybe it's the season of life that I'm in because I have so many little kids and I'm just alone basically all the time with them, like having to take care of everything.
So you're just fucking tired at the end of the day. You're like, okay, no, you ride me.
And I've told him, and I know that sounds so bad, but it's the truth. Like, I am up from 4 a.m. until like right now it's almost midnight. I'm tired. I'm ready to like go to sleep. So you think that you think that after cleaning, picking up all day, laundry, taking care of the kids, chauffeuring the kids to and from all their little activities and all the places that they need to go with no help, it's just me. You come home and don't put any effort into all that. And you think that at the end of the day, after all of that, the last thing I want to do before I close my eyes is open my legs for you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one.
I can't.
Now, if he was to helping more and being more involved, then of course, by all means.
Yes.
That's why, nunca me pesa.
Or more supportive. Like, como te estoy diciendo, like, the words of affirmation, like, hey, I know today sucked, but you're doing a great job. Like, thank you for everything that you do. Or, like, whatever. Yeah. It's just always just like, no, pues ni modo. I mean, you wanted to sign them up into all this stuff. But, and again, we're, like, working through stuff like that, but... Yeah, I think if I had more support, like, from him, or he gave in more into my love language, I think I would be, and not all the time again, but, like, more often. Yeah. Because I think, too, as women, like, we want that también.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make my man feel like, well, shit. Like, where did she come from, right? Like, where that was
Perra.
fucking badass.
Uh-huh.
Perra encerrada sale más dura. But it's just it's hard.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. No, I can't complain. My husband's super hands on. If when he gets home, he's
You know what that comes from, though, from that original poster? Is wanting someone to be obsessed with her. Like, wanting somebody to, like, just worship her, like, her and, like, want somebody that just, like, makes her feel like
women.
you are it. Like,
Or like
aquí.
mujer, you know, because
Yes.
there's some people that can fuck but can't make you feel
Yes,
woman, like
exactly.
a woman, like a
Yeah.
or like a desired woman, like
a
okay,
desired woman. There you
because
go. That
there's
was
some
perfect.
that say wham bam thank you mom, and there's some that you know really make you feel like oh fuck, like really desired.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Feeling wanted.
That's why maybe she feels like she wants a hard pounding from somebody instead of
So I don't know about the exploding inside of her.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we should do like an X-rated episode where we're like literally talking about all the nasties.
Yeah, I'm
like
down.
it'd probably be like super explicit, but
Who wants to hear that? If you want
Yeah.
to hear about that, leave a comment down below.
or like super explicit, like your not your fantasies, because that would be like, I feel like that's kind of like for you, but different sexual situations. Like, would you be into it or not into it? You know. But anyway, okay, stay tuned. BRB. Gonna plan for it. My husband doesn't know that I know that he's cheating on me. We are in our mid-40s. He's been cheating for at least 7 years, perhaps more. He doesn't know that I know, and if I'm being honest, I really don't care. He's actually become really attentive towards me when he's at home, and the cheating happens when he's off on business. We have 4 kids, and we can afford for me to stay at home with them, which has always been my dream. He buys me nice gifts. This may sound sad or low self-esteem issues, but I'm genuinely happy with my life. So the comments. If it's not a problem for you, then it's not a problem. And then there was another one that says, if it doesn't bother you, then who cares? Plenty of couples are comfortable with having open relationships because they don't care about monogamy. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for enjoying your life. Humans are flawed, but if you can find happiness through it all, then good for you. Most people spend a lifetime and never even achieve that. If you can, though, keep receipts or proof, so if he ever tries to pull a fast one on you, you can be well protected. Otherwise,
I agree
keep
with
doing
the
you.
last one. I agree with the last one, but I don't believe in monogamy. Like, I will fuck my husband up real fucking quick if I
You
was to.
don't believe in monogamy?
Mm-mm.
Monogamy is one person.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can only-
No, I do.
Okay.
Like, I
I
don't.
was like, shit.
I wouldn't, like, no, I would never condone cheating. I would never cheat. I mean, I've cheated before, but it was nothing serious. But in a marriage, like, I wouldn't never cheat, because to me it's like, don't do to others what you wouldn't like to be done to you, because karma, dude, karma will get you. I just, how can I say, in her situation, I just feel like she's not in love. She's already like settled and content to where she's like, I'm getting the money, I have my house, I have my kids are good, I get nice gifts.
Y si nomás lo hace de once in a while,
And he
like-
just leaves y lo hace once in a while. You know? But to me it's like, I'm still in love with my husband, so if he was to do that, I'd fuck him up.
I don't know. It's a weird thing because
I don't want to know that he's out fucking somebody else, or like putting his
I don't
hands
either.
or eating somebody else out,
touching
like,
somebody, like, or making them feel
and
like
then coming
wanted.
back and kissing me.
Well, right here there was
No.
more comments that say, just make sure there's no STDs come home, have money tucked away. The biggest issue would be if he falls for someone and leaves you. At least be prepared.
Yeah. I would be afraid of STDs, or for him to get the other person pregnant and then have a double life.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I would not be okay with it. Like, if I feel like I knew, I just don't know that I could be the one that is, like, quiet and doesn't, like, bring it up or say anything. However, dude, you build this entire life with somebody. And do you let that crumble? Because
Or I'd probably get my get back. I'd probably be doing the same thing. Oh, you want to play? Let's play.
I mean, I feel like that'd probably be my go-to. But you know what? I say that. But remember whenever there was that comment that we thought that was like a "that's her" type of comment, that I was off fucking losing my mind and shit? I mean, I say that I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll just do it back or whatever, but I don't think so.
No, I think I would. If I found out my husband of so many years was cheating on me, but I was comfortable in my situationship,
because that's eventually what it is a situationship now.
I think I would do it myself too. Not because I would want to cheat on him, but just to feel like, okay, so if he finds out, like, you're doing it first, so...
You know what? And I know that this is bad too, because I shouldn't be like this, but the world has made me so hard and life has made me so hard. I 1000% believe in an eye for an eye. I really do. Te vas a portar feo conmigo, te vas a portar, you know, whatever. Too. And I think that's where sometimes it gets hard, because people are so used to you being a certain way, or so nice, or so calm, or so whatever, que cuando te empieza a valer madre, now all of a sudden everybody's surprised and offended and like, oh, where did that even fucking come from?
Exactamente. So people have the tendency to think that they can constantly do to me or to anybody things, and that people just should stay quiet. No, yo voy a tratar a la gente como me tratan a mí. Si tú eres bueno conmigo, yo voy a hacer un amor contigo. Pero si tú me tratas de la chingada o me haces sentir mal o lo que sea, hasta aquí llegamos y atente a las consecuencias, porque yo voy a hacer una hija de la chingada contigo.
Dude,
y no te va a gustar.
I don't like
No
being
te va a
like
gustar
that.
para nada.
To me, it hit very close to home recently. Very close to home. And to me, it's just like, I don't want to be ugly, and because I just don't feel like by nature I'm like that. But fuck you. Like, I cannot anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
No, es que llegas a un punto, you get to a fucking point where you're just like, you draw the line y ya, hasta aquí llegaste, hasta aquí te voy a aceptar tus faltas de respeto, te vas a chingar a tu madre, y ya, it's because people get used to treating you like shit and you keeping your mouth shut, y ya.
See, and I'm not even
anymore.
I'm not even at that point where people have to do this continuously to me. I'm at the point now where it's just like, you do it to me once, and from then on, like, it's just different. And I don't want to be like that, but it is because I am not going to willingly put myself in a situation where you do this shit to me again, you say this shit to me again after I have been there for you countless times.
No, and I agree. I'm cordial to people after they fuck me over or after they treat me like shit. I'll be cordial with you, but if you continue to be shitty to me, then you're gonna get the same response from me, because if I'm trying to be cordial with you and just avoid you or whatever, and then you come at me the wrong way, then an eye for an eye.
Yeah. No, I'm just an eye for an eye.
I'm gonna treat you the way you treat me.
Yeah. No me vengas con chingaderas. Especially when I have showed up for you. Especially when I have been there for you. Especially for when anytime you needed to make a phone call, I'm there for you. Especially whenever, like, whatever it is, offering support or whatever. y me vas a salir con una pendejada.
Yeah.
O me vienes con una chingadera.
No, I agree.
I
agree.
Doesn't matter how close you are to
Es
me
que-
because I'm just not going to put up with
Es
it.
que la gente es bien atrevida, dude, bien atrevida y les
O
vale madre.
creyéndose muy chistositos o creyéndose muy or jugandito, but it's just like no, it's not jugandito. Estás cayendo pinche mal.
Why can he not finish? My boyfriend and I have been together for a little over a year now, and I have given him head throughout this entire year, and he can never finish. He talks about how good it is, sometimes making noises and legs get shaky. He also expresses how he doesn't know why he can't finish. I have looked up advice on TikTok and have tried all the tips and tricks, and yet still cannot finish. Tried it in multiple environments and nothing. He is not cheating, and he does not finish if we have sex. He does watch corn, which is porn, and finishes, but why can he not finish from me giving him
He can
head?
finish with. Oh, I was already thinking there's some sort of medical issue. There's some sort of like
I did read this
physiological
last part.
issue. Physiological issue.
If he watches porn and finishes, but can't finish with you, then I think
Move on.
I think he's got a porn problem.
I think. Yeah.
Because there is people that are addicted to porn.
That, or you just don't do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what happens whenever you don't finish? Like, you just get tired and then you're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to finish it. Yeah.
I think their dick just goes limp. I don't know. I mean, what else happens, you know?
Yeah. But then it's just like, oh, okay. Bueno, pues, I love you. Good night.
I mean, if I got mine, I'd be like, okay, good night.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
No, my intrusive thoughts could never.
let's see the comments. It says, it's tricky. My wife and I have been together for over 8 years. You and your boyfriend and I can maybe count on both hands how many times she's finished me off without us engaging in standard intercourse. Oral is usually something we do to each other in the mood, but it's not the finishing act. Just like women, guys can be complicated on what will set them over the edge during intimacy. And this one says, this sounds like porn addiction is causing him not be able to orgasm for real sex anymore. That makes
Yeah.
sense. This is
Gosh, and how do you even get over that? Like, I feel like you would just have to have therapy to be able to get over that, because that's not just. But it's because, dude, también, like, our world, literally, you have everything you could ever fantasize about, would want to learn about, would want to see. You literally have it at the tip of your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get so scared with my kids. Like, whenever they start getting curious, like, you literally just have to hop on a browser and type in something relevant to
Or
that,
even type
and it'll
porn,
bring it
and it'll
right
bring
up. Like,
yeah.
it's so it's scary to think that that's what we live in. And then, like, right there, like, they're developing these porn addictions where literally that's all you want to watch. And then porn isn't even real. Like, it's a show.
Yeah, it is a show,
It's
and it's all
not real.
fake, and they take medications to last, and
Some of the positions of shit that I've seen, I'm just like, no, like, that
I
does
haven't
not
seen
look
porn in
comfortable.
so long.
I know, it's been a long
it's
time.
been really long for me. I think I was
Very long
single
time.
back when I watched porn to. Yeah.
It's, I'm telling you, like, some of that stuff, I'm just like, that doesn't even fucking feel good. Because obviously, like, you know, you try a lot of stuff throughout the years, but, like, no.
No.
Some of it, I'm just like, dude, like, that literally does nothing.
No.
And it's so unrealistic. Because I've read, too, that men try to have intercourse with a girl the way that porn has intercourse with a girl, like he tries to do it the way that they do it in porn, and it's just not what women want. We need to be touched and caressed and loved and made to feel desired and wanted. It's not just fucking boom boom boom.
Yeah.
Like no. And so
or they have to there's men that I've read on the Reddits that they expect the women to do what these women do on the porn sites.
No. Yeah.
Or act like that, and it's like fucking awkward. Like, how do you expect a woman to want to do that?
No.
Like, no, we want passion. We want, especially with our significant other, like, we don't, I mean, I understand, like, foreplay and stuff sometimes when you're by yourself and shit, because I've done that. Like, you know, saying shit to each other while having sex, you know? But acting and saying is a total different thing.
No. Like, and bro, read the room.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
no.
If she's kind of like not into it, or she's kind of like, it's kind of weird vibes, like you need to pick up on that.
Yeah.
But also with that, what do you think about like normalizing having in-depth conversations about like what you like and what you don't like?
Oh,
like,
God, yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, normalize letting your person know like what you like. If he's not doing it right, like, show him how to do it, you know?
I just feel like I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, I would just, because I feel like when you
he's hurting my feelings by not.
I feel like when you tell a man something that they're not doing right, like in the bedroom, that would just be like, oh, well, she doesn't fucking like nothing that I do.
I feel like in a relationship, you want just like the
openness
of being able to be honest and say, hey, like, let's do this, or not even like flat out saying, you know, what it is they're doing wrong or whatever, but just like saying like, hey, I like when you do this, or this turns me on so bad when you know what I mean? Like,
no, that
ease it up on them.
Okay. And not just like, I don't like when you do this. Okay.
Yeah. I have a funny story, and bless my husband's heart and soul. But we were so drunk one time in Mexico.
Oh, I was going to ask if it was the Christmas night. The Christmas party night.
No, girl. Neither one of us were.
Y'all died that night.
No, we hit the fucking bed and we're out. No, we were drunk one night in Mexico, and I remember we were drunk enough to be all turned on and shit, and we went to bed, and the girls stayed at, and Rain stayed at their grandparents' house, and I remember we were all into it and stuff, and all of a sudden, like, we were smacking each other and just like having a
no way.
And, we were so into it, and he like he like smacked me in the face, dude, and then it was like really hard, and we just both looked at each other like
wait.
Like, te pasaste vergas. You know, it was fucking funny, dude. And I never let him live that shit out. I'm like, remember that one time he fucking slapped the shit out? It was so fucking funny. It was so funny. But like, I mean, it's stuff like that I like. You know, I love to, you know, show my man like he's, you know, but it was that type of moment that we're like, oh, into it, and boom, and I was like, ah, cabrón. No, I said, ah, cabrón, like, así estamos, así vamos, así va a ser.
What
like,
did he do?
We just both looked at each other like, oh fuck, like, and then we got over it and kept going.
Oh my
but
God,
it was
dude, that's
funny as fuck, dude. I think I even sobered up.
He slapped you into the next morning.
Yeah, seriously, I was like,
really? I don't know that I've ever been that turned on. Well, drunk too. No, yeah. I can understand being drunk.
No, it was fucking, like, it was great, but then it was like, oh fuck, you know, and like we looked at each other like, and then he looked at me like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, and then like we laughed a little bit and then just kept going. It was fucking funny. Yeah.
Jamás se me va a olvidar lo que me
I was like, me
hiciste.
golpeaste. Me diste la madre. Like, I was like, damn, estás bien encabronado. Qué chingado.
Salió con ganas that slap.
No, but it was
That's
a good,
hilarious.
it was a good little interaction there.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. But all right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed every minute of it. We're gonna continue to get some more Reddits so we can have other episodes like this, because I think they're so interesting, because it not only makes us open up about our personal experiences, but like y'all can even interact with them and say what you have gone through yourself.
There was some crazy ones
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And we opened up a lot.
Yeah, we did. I think too much, a la verga. But
we'll see when we're editing.
Yeah.
I bet it was. Don't forget to like, share, comment, all the interactions with us. We appreciate it so much, and we love interacting with you and hearing what your thoughts are on our topics, our podcast, us. Even if you hate us, it's fine. Me vale madre. Anyways.
Nos vale madre.
All right. Well, hope you all enjoyed this episode. See you all next week. Bye.